What is up, guys? Pastor SouZy coming at you with another episode of our 30-day journey of wanting wisdom. Can you imagine, can you even believe that we're already 11 days in? I want to thank you guys so much for all of you who have been watching these videos faithfully every day, reading these chapters, seeking wisdom with us. But also a special thanks to those of you guys who have been sharing this on your social media, telling your friends to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I can tell you that he who is wise shares wisdom. And if this has been an encouragement to you, share it with your friends. Don't be the only one who wants to get wisdom in your life, but allow your friends to also get it in their lives. But don't just tell them to watch these videos, because these videos are they're a small part of how we can gain wisdom together. Even more so, don't just share the video, but share the word with them. Tell them to start on this journey with you. I know it might seem a little bit bizarre, but tell you friends, we can all benefit from making better decisions of reading these Proverbs that'll help us navigate through some of the decision makings in our life. But friends, we are in day number 11. We are in chapter number 17, and today is going to be an encouraging, but again, just like yesterday was, sometimes a principle that's a little easier said than done. And I want to encourage you with this. Two verses that really kind of coincide with one another under this principle. A little bit easier said than done, friends. That he who is wise forgives. I want to read to you verse number 9. It says, "Whoever covers an offense seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates close friends." And I want to encourage you, that first part and that second part. It says, whoever covers an offense seeks love. Whoever's willing to get rid of an offense, whoever's willing to forgive an offense, whoever's willing to forget an offense, that's the kind of person that seeks love. And that's the wisdom that God wants to share with you and I today. That God has called you and I, just like we talked about at God Squad Church this past Thursday, he wants us to be people who are known for love. But a lot of times, it's hard for us to be known for love while we're being known for bitterness, while we're being known for unforgiveness. And I love the word that it uses here. It doesn't say whoever just forgives an offense seeks love, but he uses the strategic word. This is why the Bible is so intentional. Whoever covers an offense. If I've got a, let's just say if I've got a toy bear on the floor and I take a blanket and I throw the blanket and I cover the toy, I can't see the toy anymore. It's almost as if the toy is not even there. And God's calling you and I to forgive and to treat people in such a way of forgiveness that as if the act that they made against you had never even happened. Can I tell you, that is so difficult to do. I know I've had those things happen in my life. Can I tell you that God can do something so amazing in your heart in this area of forgiveness, that this can be achieved. That even when you remember some of the things that people have done against you, that God has given you so forgiveness that you're no longer being upraged with rage and anger and frustration. God wants to help you to cover the offenses against you, because God doesn't want you to do in the second half of that verse. He who repeats a matter separates close friends. The first instinct that you and I want to do when we're offended is we want to get even. Whatever, if someone slaps me in the face, I want to slap them back. If someone says something behind my back, I want to say something behind their back. We simply, in our nature, in our first response, we just want to get even. But can I tell you, you know this from firsthand experience. Getting even never solves the situation. Getting even never makes things better. It definitely never makes things go away, because getting even never resolves problems. But forgiveness does. But the reason this is so hard is because it's so much easier to get even than it is to forgive. But God has called you and I to be wise. God has called you and I to make the decision that will actually have long-lasting results. Because of the decision that we make is to get even, it has short-term results. You might feel a little bit better. You might feel, if you're a guy, might feel a little bit more manly because you got even. You didn't let that other guy walk all over you. But God's not calling us to make decisions that have short-term effects, but long-term effects. God's calling you and I to make decisions that honor him. But I want to say this to you as well, that when you hold on to bitterness, when you hold on to unforgiveness, all that you're allowing that other person to do is to win. How many times do you and I know firsthand that when someone else does something against us, oftentimes 2 days, a week later, that person doesn't give a care in the world anymore that they hurt us? That person doesn't give a care in the world that they just walked all over us. They're not even thinking about it. It's not in the front of their mind. It's not even in the back of their mind. They're on to the next thing of life. And you and I are still left hurting. You and I are still left focused in our frustration. You and I are still left in our pain and in our problems. Can I tell you that if you will ask God to help you to choose to forgive, you can let go of those things. Because here's the reality. If you're just sitting in a restaurant and that person who hurt you 3 years ago walks in and you're suddenly filled with rage, your emotions are all over the place, I can tell you that that person is now the master of your emotions. They get to decide when you have a good day and when you have a bad day, because they're the one that are in control. They can ruin your day with any opportunity they want. All they have to do is get in front of you. Some people have deliberately made social media posts that weren't directly about you, but they were close enough so that just so that you could read it and go, I know that he's talking about me. And every single time they know that they have the power over you to trigger you, that they have the power over you to ruin your day. They are now the master of your emotions. Can I tell you, God wants to set you free if you be wise and ask him to help you forgive. It is so much easier said than done. But can I encourage you, if you will get on your knees and you will ask God, gamers, I promise you, if you will seek God, he can bring you forgiveness. I'm not undermining the things that have happened in your life. Some of the things that have been done to you are unspeakable, that are tragic. You have been betrayed. Some of you have been betrayed by the people that you loved most. This is some serious stuff. I can tell you that God wants you to forgive those who have sinned against you. Why? Because you have sinned against God, and he so freely forgave you. He who is wise gives forgiveness because he has received forgiveness. Can I tell you, the people might not always deserve it, but your ability to forgive is not a direct reflection of who they are. It's a direct reflection of who you are. And your ability to forgive and your ability to love people. And I love this, what it says, verse 22, same chapter. It says, a joyful heart is a good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. I tell you that bitterness will steal your joy. And joy is good medicine for your heart. But you cannot hold on to joy and hold on to bitterness at the same time. Can I tell you, bitterness, like it says in the second half, it will crush your spirit and dry up your bones. It will make you miserable. It'll make you miserable for years to come. Every time you hear the name, every time you remember the thought, every time you think about what happened, your emotions are all over the place. The rage comes back. Your day is ruined. Can I tell you that your bitterness, your inability to forgive is stealing you of your joy, and God wants to bring it back to you. I want to encourage you. It's easier said than done, but he who is wise forgives. Ask God. He will help you. I've been there, man. It is not easy. It is not easy. Think of some of the things that have happened to me in my life, even while I've been streaming, some of the things that articles that people have written about me and since I became a streamer. I mean, they were so wrong, so false. People making stuff up, saying things about me and publishing them to radio stations and that thousands of people are hearing. These things are not easy to forgive. Putting words in my mouth. But can I tell you, I'm not going to allow that person to steal my joy. I'm going to love that person, and I'm going to do what's hard. I'm going to pray for them. I'm going to love them. Is it always our first response? Not even close. But I tell you, if we truly want to be people who love God and truly want to be people who are wise, we'll follow his instruction, and we will forgive. I love you guys so much. Hey, if you guys ever need to reach out to us, one of the pastors here or leaders here at God Squad Gaming, and you guys ever want to maybe just get some stuff off your chest, maybe you've had some things happen in your life that you're struggling to forgive, and you need some people to pray for you. You need some people to walk through some of these situations with you. Can I tell you, we want to be there for you. We love you. We know that today's teaching is easier said than done, and sometimes you don't want to do it. Sometimes you can't do it alone. Let us be there for you. Contact us. Let us know. Email us at connect@godsquadchurch.com. Again, connect@godsquadchurch.com. Let us know. We'd love to pray for you. We'd love to be there for you. Hey guys, this has been day number 11 of our 30-day journey wanting wisdom. Hope you guys are being blessed by this. See you guys again tomorrow. God bless, guys. Take care.